Good morning, friends. This is Jeff Arcos. Welcome again to the daily webinar. Today we are Monday, 2nd of September 2019. Remind you, this one is not meant to be a financial advice. This is just an educational presentation. Please consider them a condition before you continue. Same when you're receiving this recording. So thank God for another day in my life and I pray His blessings today. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Good morning. As we know, the U.S. and Canada has a bank holiday today, 2nd of September. And 11:45, Chinese has a Kaizen manufacturing. And after midnight, not much has happened. Okay, so I haven't done the chats yet. As I'm thinking on Mondays, might need to change my webinars to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And I think it makes sense a lot because Monday morning normally is it's very tricky. We saw last Monday as well the same, and now we see that this is yeah this could be a very good way to avoid Monday's false move. So I'm thinking about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's what Frankfurt open for my side. So, and then Tuesday onwards, I think it should be good. So some people have suggested me actually, should I change it to the afternoon, like a 5 o'clock? And it really, this is when everything, we see the move already. If we miss some movement, sometimes the moves and then they happen. But I will talk to the company whether this is going to be an issue for it. I will still send in the index meet in the morning and maybe holding the chats before 5 o'clock. So start working from 4 o'clock to the chats house. So at least giving an indication, where to do. I don't know if you think that could be an idea, but I've been having some suggestion from the people about that. And yeah, so my situation with my daughter is still very delicate, and it's just horrible. I don't feel okay. I just, breathing cold and waking up in the morning knowing no, what this man can do. He's tried to get the baby back. Don't know. We don't understand why he is not the mother. He never looking for the baby, and he's using no legal manners, but nothing at the moment. So my daughter is very stressed, very worried. I say, look, um, one of the biggest challenges in our life is when we facing giants, which is impossible for us to fight for them. But this is when God really comes to place. I've been facing giants in my life, big giants, and I have overcome it not because I can do, but because I cast my cares upon the one who can do better than me. And yeah, it's a bit worried for her health and everything. Is not nice. And even for me and my wife, we just yeah, every day is a very terrible day. Now we finished August. I got that report that I continue doing that, than not much, and this is just overall. So we have 4 weeks in August, and definitely we ended up with this is the first month. Last year, when we started last year, I think we started in August last year. So in 1 year is the first month that is being very, very, very bad. Um, could be the market that I was here this week. I definitely didn't open any trade, and this one the same. So July was good. So we ended up with 2,400 pips, which is, this is when I see, I have some months that possible could be like that, but it's only 1 month. Sometimes things happen. Like I guess what happened to me could be an excuse, but it really is no. It's not the end of the day. But anyway, so yeah, it's been it's been a very very down month for us. So let's look September. We got a new month now. Now before we start, I wanted really, especially with the with that especially with that what happened here? Um, especially with that um uh, um with the dollar indication. Now, we saw last week, for example, in the euro, we it was hard to we have a positive weeks and everything turned around. How can we capture these moves without much stress? So this is when one of the main jobs, that really we need to follow is if we trade in the dollar index, we need to treat this one. So it's in other words, what we try to achieve here is that is what the dollar is doing overall. So in the other hand, we only look in the move of one currency or one chart to make decision for the other one. Now, this is coming, that we see, for example, the latest move last week. As I said, I was in and out here. It happened over there. So we look in the first day that moves up, that moves down to make the decisions from there. So we're looking that's the 26, 27, 28. On the 29th of August, the market did move over there. So that's the 29th, 29th of August is over there. So we put in the dollar, and that's the dollar over here. So we look in the 29, it was over there. So that's the 29th of August and these two chats. Now, one thing that I always wants to make sure is that when I see the move like that, you know, if I look in the technical basis here, I don't have any technical reasons. Why should I be looking to trade long over there? Because here I draw my trend lines using my all my thing, and I would not be actually looking over there. But because this one we're looking for the moves of the market, so here is when we want to be looking at right in the 29th of August is this, that the market has changed from the day before, from negative to positive. We got we got that about the midpoint uh, change it. We got the down chain as well. So we got all of this. Now, if we look in this day here, it seems to us that yes, the color changes from red to green. It changed that the midline is below, and but the down chain never changed. Plus, here on those 2 days ago, we did not have any indication whatsoever. Now, before I forgot, I think today or tomorrow I will be having for the first 4 hours color change EA. So it's gonna be interesting. This EAs is gonna meant to work in the 4 hours based on the color change, triggering trades. Looking, I don't know how it's gonna look the index meter, but I just got yesterday an email regard to that. So you know, so we'll see with that one over there how it works. So we'll keep informed about that. Um, Then, for example, here, if we see, so the dollar, everything is there. So this is then the 29th of August is the day that we need to make the decision. Here we got the move up and down, and from there we do. Now, and then it comes the simple thing is to come over here and we look in the euro on the way down. So that's a nice divergence. So we decide that the euro is actually a currency that we should be looking to trade. Now we already got 2 days. So even if here it moves, it didn't go great deal until here when the market has moved 82 pips. So, basing in this one, I'm going to be trading on the US group, the Euro US. Then I continue looking and it says the pound. Now, what's wrong with that? So if we are very disciplined enough to follow, what the index meter, we might miss some, moves here and there. but we're looking the overall something that it will give a consistency and a trend. This is now looking, forgetting about technical analysis, forgetting about everything that it's just what the index made us telling. So here we will not be trading that because both has on the same direction. So when we look in that, this would be the outcome, which is quite good that we did not put in the trade. So Euro US is in a list, and that it is. Australia, yes, is right over there. So we come over there and we look in the Australia, and Australia has some volatility. Then we look in the average through range of this move. Maybe we got to stop out once, and then by the next day, I don't know. So it didn't perform well. I think in Australia has this one is a big signal for a double bottom, but we'll see over there. But let's see, we got one loss, one winning. The euro is really beautiful. New Zealand never has come back from his position, so this is definitely when we want to put the robot to work, and that it is. If we look in, the average through range, that's what I mean. Sometimes if you look this is 12, 11 hours. You see, this is what I mean. Should we do the webinar at this point of time? What do you reckon, Helen? Any opinion? Because this is what normally happen on the London, on the Asian time. The market breaks and everything looks beautiful, perfect, and bam, the market come back. Now, bear in mind that here, the ATR of this move where we are could be very, very small and possible, and we have to use the 20 because we're using the 20 Donchen EA over there. So over there, it will be 8-10 pips, the ATR of this move over there. So that's mean that I'm risking 10 pips over here. Let's see, maybe put a 15, and that would be gone by that time over there. Here, the next try, you know, we don't know how much if we would continue looking for that. But if we come in over there, that's completely different. Now, we possible we can say, yeah, this is much better. If we come in at the London time, we say, yeah, we can put it now a trade over there, and when we measure, we can say this is quite good over there. So 29. So here, definitely, we would have maybe experienced, one small loss, especially when the market already moved. I don't think so. We should continue holding the trade there. We got to come close. If we're trading in the morning, we need to come close over there and do the trade from there because that's good as happen. So that's the New Zealand, and then we look in the Swiss, and a beautiful divergence in the Swiss over there. So we got the Euro, we got the Australia, we got the New Zealand, we got the Swiss. So New Zealand, I don't know, would it be yes and no with all this move? But the Euro US and the US Swiss, possible would be quite good over there. And that it is. And here the same. We got a break over there. I'm looking actually to go short, as you saw the pictures that I was telling you. Looking to the way, but this is what is actually telling me. Here we got the Swiss is weak, the US is strong in that day, and right over here we already got a color change from here to there, and it hasn't sort of kind of break out over there. So even with all of this, that is the nice move, 74, 80, 150 pips. Let's say we lose 21, 20. The other one, we still, with 100 pips and profit just by looking that scenario over there. The yen at that point, possible was saying is coming down, but and that's the yen. So the yen would have hits over there. By the next day, definitely we are in a break even and nothing happened. So by looking one guy, we said that we want to make our decisions. Um, there Helen said that I like the London Open, and the market seems to respond at that time. Yeah, it looks to me as well. So that's what I don't know. I will talk to the company and see whether that could be. It's been so many years doing in the morning, but after we see what we see, it's just quite interesting how the market reacts. Really London time. I don't think so. People from London or America wake up in the Asian market to try, because they're sleeping there. Now, the other things that we need to be looking right over here as well is that if we find that the euro, uh, sorry, the euro US, you know, is fine, then we have to be looking what the euro yen does in the same scenario. But look what the euro yen does. So the euro yen is completed to the euro US, isn't it? Now, when we want to see why the euro yen is that day that I'm looking the euro US there, both has the same. There is no divergence. This was came down, go down, came down there. So therefore, with the euro yen, we're looking for the possibility to try the same direction, but so far, we see that it's not happening over there. We saw that the US Swiss, it has a good trend. So we need to be trading the Swiss yen, which would be opposite to this move over there. And that it is. So the in this day, the Swiss is down and the yen is the Swiss is down and the yen is down. So that's therefore, even if the US Swiss is in a perfect scenario, we don't see the here. We should be looking to try the direction of the other one over there. All right, so let's keep an eye looking. So now the market has moved. Definitely, we need to wait now for a new, a response back from there. We have finished the month, and let's have a look now how is that. All right, so we are here on the 2nd of September. It looks to me that the euro, the pound, Australia are actually the biggest numbers today, and we need to be looking from those ones over here. All right, so this is the dollar. So we have now the move. We got from this week. Remember, we used to look for the from week to week, which is 6 days in this case, Monday to Monday, and we see that it is a move. We're looking now way up. Now, is this one possible? Excuse me. If this one's possible now, we got a move on the way up. You know, can we do this? Are we having that? Is this the next move for the dollar? Everything is possible at the moment. Market is being quite interesting the way it is. Not that much. Somewhere there. So we got the move, we got the pullback, and now we got the break. So we look in the line chart. This is what we look. A, B, C. And yeah, it's quite interesting what it is. So now here I would wait for the strike number 2, which is the pullback for that one over there. Okay. So we look in the euro. Euro is definitely collapsing now at the moment. Now I'm gonna be waiting again. We are in 1,000 pip levels, which is meaning, oh no, everything is, and yeah, the euro is not recovering, isn't it? It went as far as 1.14, even a bit higher on June 2019, and it has completely going down from there, 438 pips from that movement, and it seems no sign whatsoever of coming back. So we'll see. Follow this at the moment. The euro is in his way down. That's the pound. Now the pound, we had the first move today. So when we look in the pound, We're looking right over here. Maybe this one could be an opportunity today as we possible facing the strike number one, which will be a weekly candle close breakout from there, somewhere there, and we have a line down at that moment over here. So we will have a look. I would have preferred the touch on here to get at a trade from here. So where we are with the pound US, this is the wrong one. We have 20, so 25 pips, 30 pips of a stop loss. 30 pips would be acceptable for that. If we want to trade that breakout over here. The pound is down, the US is up. We got the break. Here it hasn't happened much. So I think the first one will be the touch. And once we have a nice, because this is when normally that retraces through here. Otherwise, the break over there, it would be 20 to 30 pips maximum to try from there. Okay, now we look in the Australia, and the Australia is up today, so that's what we got over there. So we got to be looking as well for the other. But with the US, both are up, and yeah, I don't see the divergence we need to be looking, so we can leave that one alone. Maybe, the currencies would be like the Euro Australia or Australian Swiss or Australian Canadian, well, not the US because this is what it say. Okay, New Zealand is continuing his way down. New Zealand has no coming back from his date, and this is where the whole week is not going that faster, but it's still going through there. So if we can see anything in the monthly, we're still looking, that was a nice level of support as well there. So that's a support zone that we can see with the close and that one there. Are we gonna dip from there and come back to here? It's gonna be quite interesting. If we're looking here, there. Okay. So yeah, it's quite interesting there. We just need to wait. This one there. Now, in this one is where we're gonna be looking. This new robot that we have is actually in the 4 hours. I don't know. The 4 hours is a very different world of it. I'm excited about this new EA that is coming. So what this EA is going to be doing? Where is this one? Why are you going over there? Every time I use TeamViewer, these things. So what the EA will do is start looking, just looking for the changing of the colors over there, and look for entries. So in the moment they look, it will look into that entry. We can set up this one there or here. So this one would be a short profit. Once the color is changing, look into entry, and there we are. How many of you excited about that? So here is in a red is looking to go short. Here is in a green, it looks to go long. Here back to red, and the short is over here, and then here would be possible stop out over there. Here change the color, looking to buy, and here looking to sell. How easy for a fully automatic EA could do this? Now, when we look in the index meta here, we don't have much data. Look for it, how far this actually can hold those trades over here. What do you reckon, Rita? 4 hours is the answer, isn't it? New Zealand yen the same. So here the market changed the color, look to go buy, change the color, look to go sell. That's it. Here, when the color is not changing, with the moment the color changes, look to go buy. Otherwise, it will not stop there. Here, if here is red, this is my sell, this is my buy. Sell, boom. Tell you, if this is not the simplest way of doing, I don't know what else it could be from here out, in these cases over there. Euro New Zealand the same. Change the color, that's the buy. Change the colors, that's the sell, and whatever the stop loss, how can we compare that winning with that loss over here? Change the color, buy, and holds the buy. We are a break even, and nothing more to worry about over there. Here the same. Change the color, buy. Look what this is, the trailing stop until now. What do you reckon? Is that a good idea or no? Same as this one. Change the color, buy, close me out. Change the color, sell. Maybe here we're looking to finish, but it didn't. And then goes, continue over there. Change the color, buy, stop out, change the color, sell. And you know what we do once a week? Is just check it. It's just simple. Just let because this is what the robot is going to do. Just working on the candle close and finds this criteria to do. Because at the moment we come and we put out our thoughts over there, this is when we say, oh no, we change the settings and things. So with the new EA, it will do everything for us. So these external lines will be, and then as well, if here we're looking for that, this is what I'm going to suggest, the average true range, it can calculate if, in any position that I'm looking to entry over there, what is my stop loss over there? 23 pips. Okay, that's gone. Right over here, when the market breaks from there, what is my stop loss over there? 20 pips. And then goes from there. So yeah, I don't know, I haven't seen the row. He said tonight, this afternoon, sometime, I'm gonna be having the robot, and I think it's gonna be very exciting to see, these 4 hours theory working, because the 1 hour definitely will give us, sometime what is the Dungeon 20. Yeah, the Dungeon 20 is that one there. So we'll see anyway. Now, when the market is in these positions, and we're looking, for example, here, nothing is changing over there. I think the best options are going to be having, the only entry that we need to be looking is to the midline. Once we leave the retracement, the mid touch is the one that should be looking from those positions over there. Anyway, so US Canadian, that it is. So nothing more. US Swiss is already in his move, so we need to be waiting for a pullback from there. The yen, the same. So we're looking, this is the 4 hours as we see over there, and this is the 20. So it's not, this is 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So that's what the yen group, this is what is displaying here at the moment. It's just going, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and it has no directions really. Now here it says that the yen is strong, so we should be looking to go short, not to go long. But here now it says the US is strong and the yen is supposed to be weak. But so it's, yeah, it's very challenges 4 weeks. That's all August is gone. So we need to be careful now in September, the way we enter. And that's what I want to keep, sometime the 4 hours here, because it's just very simple, when I look in there, if for example I decide, to trade that one over here, whenever I want to decide it over there, I can very easily come over here and let's see over there. If I come over here and I said, okay, I like this one over there. I would like to be entered right over here. So my question is, where are we there? And if we put in this in the 4 hours time frame, um, so then we put the new robot to work. It's not a great idea to do that way, isn't it? So in any position that we're looking, anything, um, serious over there, look for example. And this is the space that I say we need to leave the space to the currency to move. So either way, here, we can see um, how much, when we're looking over there, you will look that day, we look the 4 hours and say, yeah, let's put a robot over there to work. No problem. When we're looking over here, whether it's above or below the midpoint, put the robot to work. We can even work that way, but this robot is supposed to be doing the job automatically, and that it is. So it's above or below, yeah, put the robot to work, find his entry, and come back another day. So if here it says above below, if the index meter says go long, we might try go long. But what happened there? Possible got to stop out with a very short, and right over there maybe no, but right over here, yeah, below. So and then put the robot again and let the robot do the rest. I think life is gonna be a bit easier when we do that way. We might miss a few pips here and there, but at the end of the day, this is how I'm wanting the criteria to work. The main thing that I'm looking, and the one of the main things I'm looking in here is where the candle is closing, above or below there. And here I want to make my analysis. So right over there, I want to say, okay, this is the rules that I hope